YouTube is Rico, man, back with another video, man. Y'all see what we got going on. We got white man kills 2 black teens and triple shooting, chased them down in truck. So you already know what time it is, man. But before we even get started, if you're brand new to the channel or you've been watching videos on the channel but for some reason not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now, man, because we on the grind of 5K. Currently we're at 1,200, about to be at 1,300 real soon, but our goal by the end of the year is to hit 5K, man. So y'all do what y'all got to do. If y'all haven't subscribed yet already, just hit that subscribe button. Don't cost y'all anything at all. It's simple. Other than that, also don't forget to leave a like and comment on the video to help this video get recommended to a larger audience of people and hopefully bring in new supporters to the channel. That'll also help us get to 5K. And don't forget to tell your friends and family about us as well, man, because they might enjoy this type of content just like you do. And hopefully they become supporters of the channel and help to the 5K as well. But other than that, man, you already know what's going on. So let me start this screen record. That started, and we finna start this video now.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 10 out of Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. For this video, we're gonna be speaking on a white man that committed a triple shooting, taking the life of 2 black teens. February 17th, 2021. Around 7 p.m., Joseph Bossett was seen on surveillance video entering the Quick Shop convenience store within a Shell gas station. He purchased a pack of Marlboro Red cigarettes with a green debit card and could be seen verbally arguing on video with a group of 3 young black males within the store. Joseph was parked at gas pump number 6. The young men parked at pump number 9 beside him. When Joseph exited the store, he drove his truck around the boys he had been arguing with in a complete circle around the gas pump island they parked at. As he drove past their car, he almost sideswiped one of the boys standing beside the passenger side door. His truck clearly visible on surveillance video.
I don't know what was said and what happened between them in that verbal argument and stuff, but you literally ain't really you ain't in danger. I could see if you was in danger, like they threatened you and they actually tried to do something to you, but you willingly went ahead, hopped in your truck and started driving in a circle around them while they was getting gas at their gas pump and stuff. And then on top of that, based off of the title, you pretty much chased them down. So that means you literally was just, I don't know, it was just something had you super triggered to the point you had to go ahead and kill 2 of them. So I don't know what's going on with this story, but it definitely sounds like the guy he just didn't want to let that situation go and go about his business. It is what it is. So yeah, let's continue on and see if there's more information as far as what they actually said to him and stuff.
After this attempt to intimidate the boys, he drove off, only to return 2 minutes later, pulling up directly behind their vehicle. He exited his truck, quickly approaching the driver's side door of their car that was still parked at pump number 9. He can then be seen on video raising and repeatedly firing a handgun directly at the driver's side of the car. As he fired, the boys attempted to drive away, so Joseph jumped back in his truck, chasing after them. Their vehicle was later found by police crashed into a snowbank a half-mile from the gas station. A 20-year-old was found alive, transported to a hospital in critical condition, while 2 19-year-olds were found dead at the scene of the crash. Joseph's pickup truck was found only a few blocks away from the scene, parked at his house. Officers set up a perimeter around the home, noting they could hear a voice inside, as well as lights being turned on and off. Drones with thermal cameras were deployed, displaying heat coming from the truck, consistent with a vehicle that had been recently driven. The truck was registered to Joseph, and his driver's license photo matched the man seen on surveillance video. Joseph Bossett was taken into custody without incident after police were able to convince him to surrender and exit the residence with his hands up.
And it's the fact that he just drove home as if nothing happened and stuff. So, and on top of that, he didn't think about calling the police and stuff, or whatever the case is. I understand nobody want to tell on themselves, but you literally basically look like you just murdered them in cold blood and you ain't care at all. And you just pretty much thought you were gonna just go home and continue life on as if nothing happened. So I don't know, man. It's just crazy that there's people out here that's just crazy like that and really think like they think and shit. And that's how a lot of these cases sometimes happen as well. Like a verbal altercation happens, then whatever was said was said. Then on top of that, it wasn't like they were going to him outside and stuff, threatening to hit him or even look like they were trying to go do anything to him. He was the one that escalated the whole situation, taking it to a whole nother level and stuff by driving in a circle around them, leaving, only to come back 2 minutes later, park behind them, then start shooting at them and stuff pretty much at the end of the day. And then on top of that, hop back in your truck while they was trying to get away from you, chase them down, and yeah, so it's just crazy, man, with this whole situation. And like I said, it's a lot of situations like this that happens where it escalates from a verbal altercation to people losing their lives and stuff. And sometimes even in those situations, just like them, it wasn't like they were the ones going to the person that was shooting or trying to kill anyways and trying to do something to that person or escalate the problem with physical violence and stuff like that. They literally was just at their gas pump getting gas and going about their business. But some reason the other dude, he couldn't let that situation go at the end of the day. So it's just crazy, man. Period.
He was then transported to the Allen County Jail, charged with 2 counts of murder and 1 count of aggravated battery and criminal recklessness, on top of a sentence enhancement for using a gun to commit a crime. Officers recovered 2 weapons within his home after obtaining a search warrant, a 9mm and .380 caliber handgun. All in all, Joseph took the life of 19-year-old Joshua Cooper and 19-year-old Anderson Reddick. 20-year-old Jalen Rice remains hospitalized in serious condition. Local activists, demonstrators, and supporters all gathered demanding justice for 3 outside of the Allen County Courthouse as 32-year-old Joseph Bossett was formally charged. Now, people of all races showed up to show support for these 3 young men. And they're saying that it's a hate crime. You know what I mean? You got this white guy that got into a verbal altercation and something inside of him was triggered. I covered a case where a kid got charged with 4 murders outside of a restaurant, right? And the motive they tried to say behind that case was his dad was murdered the day before. All right, so you hear something like that, this kid goes and gets revenge, that kind of makes sense. And he actually ended up beating that case, all 4 murders. But in this case, I don't know what they could have said that would have set him off so badly. He's driving his truck around that car. He leaves, and as he's leaving, something deep inside of his soul is burning on fucking fire. He felt the need to turn around, come back, shoot them, chase them down even more. I don't even know if he kept shooting them after the fact. I know the father said that he pulled up after they crashed and shot them again.
Ronaldo Chin III says his son, known as Andy to family and friends, was a loving father to his 2 young children. He says his son was just a happy person, always smiling, and didn't like conflict. His father tells us he's still trying to process.
And that's another thing. We don't even know. I don't know. It's still kind of like 3.5 minutes left of this video, but they still never really said who started the verbal altercation in the first place and what was said between the between the group of friends to him and stuff. But at the end of the day, if they not trying to do anything to you, let alone say, all right, step outside or whatever, y'all go outside and they don't come up to you trying to do physical harm, then you pretty much should have just left the situation as what it was, just a verbal altercation. But at the end of the day, it's something that would, I could definitely say deep inside of him was wrong. Like, he, for whatever reason, just couldn't let that situation go at all. He didn't care how old they were and stuff like that. It's just something that was telling him, you know what? No, forget that little verbal altercation, escalated even more, and do what you got to do, and basically pretty much kill them in cold blood. So I don't know, man, but that's definitely sad. At the end of the day, you got 3 families that pretty much impacted by this whole situation, but 2 of the families lost somebody due to that little situation. So it's definitely crazy, and dude should definitely get charged with whatever is deemed right for this situation and stuff like that. But he's definitely about to do hella time. If anything, he probably at least gonna do a life sentence or 2, just because of the simple fact 2 of them died, and on top of that, he chased them down. So, and on top of that, chased them down twice. So definitely doing a life sentence, guaranteed, probably double life sentence, and years on top of that for the one that survived. So he's definitely finna be in jail. I don't see him being any of these charges at all, no matter what was said in the altercation. At the end of the day, they weren't the ones that escalated the problem. He took it upon himself and escalated that whole problem. So like I said, he definitely ain't beating none of these charges. But that other case he was just talking about in the sentence, well, 1090 Jake was talking about, I didn't hear about that situation. And it's crazy to me that they was able to let that boy beat 4 murder charges because his dad died the day before. That still sound like he should still go to jail, because basically what you sound like when y'all are letting that guy go free off of 4 murder charges, it's pretty much if somebody in your family died the day before, that gives you the right to go retaliate the next day or whatever the case is and not get penalized at all. So something definitely don't sound right with that case at all to me. But I'm gonna definitely probably have to go search that one up and see what fully happened and stuff like that. If those 4 people that he killed was even involved in his father's death. But other than that, yeah, man, we just gonna have to continue on with this one though, because yeah, this one definitely was uncalled for. He definitely took it too far.
That's what happened, but says he views it as a hate crime.
I think it's more than a small disagreement. I think he has some hatred in his heart, the way I feel. You know, we have small disagreements every day with people. We don't intentionally drive away, come back and shoot them down, murder them. No, I don't even consider it a murder. I consider it assassination. You know, the way he did them, him and his buddies, for him to leave and come back and shoot my child like that, then chase them down and shoot them some more, make sure the job was well done. That's sounds like assassination to me.
But it sounds like this man had a deep hatred in his heart for him to go and commit something like this. And YouTube is a funny place, right? Because people are going to ask, oh, why did you have to point out he's white and the victims were black? Well, that's exactly how it's fucking written in the affidavit and every single news.
Yeah, and I was gonna say something about that, especially with the title, because of the situation where it says white man kills 2 black teens. At the end of the day, people gotta realize and stop being butthurt. But in most of these affidavits, however you want to say the word, pretty much that's how that's written in the transcripts and stuff like that. Especially when you go to court, it's gonna literally have the same shit said in affidavit, whatever what y'all want to call it, and it's gonna literally say white man kills 2 black teens. It's gonna always be like that. Even it could say take the white man, say he wasn't white, say he was Mexican or black or whatever, it's gonna say Hispanic man kills 2 black teens, or it's gonna say black man kills 2 black teens. It's no racist thing in this situation at all, as far as how they worded the whole situation, with pretty much letting you know the nationalities of the other people that's involved in the situation at the end of the day. But as far as did he do this in terms of racism or as a hate crime, etc., we really don't know. But at the end of the day, with what's going on and the history that the U.S. has, that is exactly how this situation is going to be looked at. It's going to be looked at as a hate crime / racist situation. That's how it's just going to look, period. It is what it is, man. There's too much stuff going on where situations like this, race kind of does definitely play a part in majority of these types of cases and stuff like that. So people got to just realize that there's never going to be a court document or anything saying a male kills 2 other males. It's not going to happen. You don't hear that. You don't. You're going to hear white man kills 2 black teens, or Hispanic man kills 2 black teens, or black man kills 2 black teens. That's just exactly how that document is going to be worded, period. So people got to stop trying to, oh, why you have to make it known that this person was this? Like, it's written like that in all court documents in any situation. Something like this happens, is gonna tell you the race of the people involved in that crime, period. So it is what it is. But like I said, I was gonna touch on why the title was like that. It wasn't mean to be used as being racist or anything like that, and to spark up hate and all that stuff, or people to call somebody racist or anything like that. That's just not what it was used for. It's literally just letting you know the people that was involved and what race they pretty much was at the end of the day. But other than that, I don't see no ill will or ill intent used with this title. And on top of that, as far as the people bringing up why you have to bring up the nationalities of the people, period. So it is what it is.
Channel, this is exactly how it's being displayed, you know what I'm saying? Because what other reason would be behind it? What is the motive? The argument was that serious? I mean, I would assume if what was said was so fucking serious, he would have pulled the gun out then and there, instead of driving and then coming back. Or he might have gone to his house. They said he only lived a couple blocks away from the gas station. He might have went home, got a gun, and came back. I don't know. I can't think of somebody saying something that disrespectful. He wasn't with his wife. He wasn't with his kid. It wasn't anything. Obviously, there was nothing physical on camera or would have been reported in the act.
And this stuff he's pretty much explaining. Y'all gotta look at the little things. Y'all gotta pay attention to the detail. Like he said, he wasn't with his wife. He wasn't with his kids. So what was it that they could possibly say that was so disrespectful that he had to go ahead and murder them? That's the question, man. And on top of that, when they went outside, it wasn't like they approached them outside and threatened to do anything to him. So at the end of the day, he pretty much had no reason to do what he did, period. It is what it is. He had no reason at all. That's just blatant, like you got some type of hate or something to go on for you to have done that, period. Ain't nobody finna just, oh, since I had a verbal altercation with you in this situation, I'm finna come back and kill you. No, it's not just gonna happen like that. You're gonna have to have said something super disrespectful or been threatened in that situation, period. And the way it's looking, they went outside, nobody approached nobody until he did what he did when he hopped in his truck and did that, came back and shot him, period. That's the only time that they pretty much came into contact on the outside of that whole situation from arguing in the gas station. It is what it is.
For David, I don't know why else he would go this far to kill people. But whatever the motive is, it's still unexcusable. There's no excuse you could give for what was committed. But personally, something that I would like to bring up is I would have liked to see the same amount of demonstrators and supporters in the Honeycomb Brazy case where his grandparents' house was shot up, their oxygen tank was hit, and the house fucking exploded. It doesn't matter if it's black on black, we don't know who shot, but I would have loved to see all races coming together in support of that family, in support of the neighbor Miss Pearl that posted her GoFundMe. You know, I don't feel the energy should only be directed when there's a white person involved with a black person, because you have black on black violence, you have white on white violence. If we can all come together and support each other every single fucking time something like this happens, it's gonna show that we don't just care when it's two different races targeting each other. It's gonna show that we don't accept any form of violence whatsoever. That's what would make sense to me. But I'm not saying that to disregard this case, and I am going to be linking the GoFundMes for the victims in this case and for the surviving man that is still alive and recovering in the hospital. But with that being said, it's 1090J. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. Until next time.
And I'm pretty sure, because pretty much this is the end of the video, but I'm pretty sure the one kid that did survive, well, he's not even a kid, he's 20. The one guy that survived, he pretty much, once they go to court, he's gonna explain what happened, because I know they're gonna ask him what was said between the two parties and who pretty much made a threat, if there were any, and who said what that really made the guy go do what he did, and so on and so on. But at the end of the day, I bet it's not gonna really be no threats made or anything, because like I said, if they were to make some threats, they easily could have went outside and ran up on the dude, because it was 3 of them and it was just him. But it didn't happen like that. They went to their car, pumped gas, and he the one that came and approached them, did what he did, left, shot him, and then pretty much chased them down when they were trying to get away from him. And plus, on top of that, once they're running away, that pretty much means you should continue on with that situation. That means they're retreating. They're not trying to be a threat at all, etc., etc. So police is also gonna look at that as well. Like, it wasn't like they were shooting back or anything, or it was in a situation where you were the one being chased or anything like that. So he's out all the way over with. It's pretty much, it is what it is. It's set in stone. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna still ask the surviving guy what happened and what was said and stuff, and what that led up to them being shot and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, man, them 3 families is hurting now. They lost two of their own to senseless violence, and one is pretty much in critical condition. Hopefully he gets better and stuff. Obviously, I feel like he is gonna survive, because he posted a picture and stuff and an update and all that, so pretty sure he's gonna survive. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, those 3 families are impacted forever because of a senseless situation like this. And hopefully that guy gets the life sentences hit on him too at that, and then for the attempted murder and whatever else against the one that did survive. So that guy is gonna be locked up forever. It is what it is. But other than that, man, that's pretty much the end of this video. You guys, like I said, have it before, hit that subscribe button if you're brand new or you've been watching videos but haven't hit that subscribe button. Definitely hit that button right now. We're on the ground to 5K. And also don't forget to leave a like and comment on this video to help this video get recommended to a larger audience of people, and hopefully bring in new supporters to the channel, and hopefully help us hit that 5K as well. And tell your friends and family, and hopefully they enjoy content like this as well as you do, and they support and become part of the family and help us grind the 5K. Other than that, man, that's the end of this video, and I'm gonna see y'all later on with more videos. Peace.